So today I'm going to be talking about where focus goes, energy flows.
Thanks for tuning in to Lead the Teams, The Front.
Yes, so again, thank you for tuning in to join me today. Welcome back to the channel. I am sharing sales training, motivational content, and opportunities to level up your leadership. Now, if this is your first time here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit that little bell notification icon so you get notified when I'm going live and when I'm posting new episodes. So as I said, today I'm talking about where focus goes, energy flows. And we all experience this in our lives, sometimes without even realizing it. Now, as far as I know, this phrase was coined by Tony Robbins because he constantly is saying this. This is one of the kind of nucleuses of what he is talking about. Nuclei, is that right? So he says, what you focus on, you get more of. And so it works in very powerful ways throughout our lives. If you focus on growth and opportunity and gain and all of the things that are available to you, you'll get more of those. If you're focused on lack, if you're focused on a poverty mentality, then we get more of that too. And I know you've experienced this in your life. I'm going to give you a simple example. Like I remember learning to ride a bike, right? And when you're first learning to ride that bike, you're so focused, like you got to have your tongue just right. And you have to, hands on the handlebars, and you have to be pedaling, and you've got, you start off with training wheels. You start off so that it will hold you upright and headed in the direction that you want to go. And then over time, you gain more confidence in being able to operate and maneuver. So then you say, well, gosh, it's going to hold me upright so I can focus on just heading down the path and steering on my handlebars. Well, after you get even more comfortable with it, then what happens? Your parents say, guess what? It's time to lose the training wheels. And so they pop those training wheels off, and then that focus has to start all over again. You have to be really diligent in making sure that still your handlebars stay just straight, that you stay looking down the path that you're wanting to head down. And as you're driving, as you're riding this bike, whatever it is that you focus on, you end up steering towards. And so like I was saying, let me give you an example. You maybe are just learning to ride a bike, or if those of you out there that are watching, you've got kids, right? And you're teaching them to ride a bike. And you can see them headed down the sidewalk, and there's one single solitary mailbox. And inevitably what happens is they'll look at the mailbox, and they start looking at the mailbox, and you start doing this and steer, and you're like, don't look at the mailbox, look where you want to go, right? And I don't want to hit the mailbox, I don't want to hit the mailbox, and wham, all of a sudden what happens? They hit the mailbox, right? Why? Because you're headed in the direction that you are looking. You're headed in the direction that you focus. You have to be careful in life also that whatever it is that you want, you stay laser-like focused in that direction. I'm looking at you right now. You stay so focused in the direction that it is that you want to head, because when you focus on that, your brain will start to cut a path. Right? You'll start to figure out how it is that you can get from the point that you're at to the point that you want to be, even if you have no idea, you have no tactics to get there. The only strategy is, here's my goal, it's way over there, and I'm going to look in that direction, and I want to be able to get there. You have to stay focused on it, because the moment you start to look away, you start to look in this direction, you start to look over here or down there or wherever it is that you may be looking, whatever you focus on, you're going to get more of. You're going to get a lot closer. It's like a golf swing. Your golf swing may be off just 1 or 2 degrees. I know that if you make contact with that golf ball exactly how you want, the golf ball will travel straight in the direction that you smack it at, right? That you hit it at. If you're just 1 or 2 degrees off, what happens to the golf ball? It ends up way off in the weeds somewhere. It ends up 50 yards from where you originally anticipated. You end up in the weeds, right? And the same thing will happen to you with focus in your life. You may just get 1 or 2 degrees off. You may start to accept what you think is an opportunity. Hey, this is a stepping stone and here's my opportunity to go and do this. But before you know it, you're off in the weeds. You need to look at what it is that you want, where it is that you're headed, and slow down and map out a specific set of strategies and tactics. Make sure that you keep that laser-like, crystal clear focus on the direction that you're headed, on the goal that you have. So here's what I'll leave you with. Here's what I want to close out with. What is something right now that you want to accomplish? Just one thing. What's one thing right now that you want to accomplish? And I would encourage you, sit down with a notepad and paper and write down 10, 15, 20 ways that you could go about accomplishing that one single goal. If you get so focused on that one goal that you want to accomplish, that you can spend the time to write down 10 or 15 or 20 different methods to accomplish it, man, you're going to knock that goal out of the park. And then when you have other things come up, do the same thing for those as well. So thank you so much for taking the time to tune in and join me today. I appreciate you. I really, really do. And I hope until we speak next that you have an absolutely fantastic day and a fantastic week. We'll talk to you soon, everybody.